Well, I'm back from Chile, and I want to apologize again for having technical problems. I really thought we'd have videos up while I was down there, but I had trouble getting them downloaded. It just didn't work very well. And so let me tell you about the trip, and then we'll start having videos here. We'll try to put up one about a couple every week or so you can start seeing the videos, the properties we looked at and what it's like down there. First of all, I want to tell you, I'm a very optimistic person and I have a big imagination. So before I went down, I started imagining all these things about how great it could be and how beautiful it might be and everything. And the problem with imagination like that is a lot of times, you get a little bit let down because you imagine all this great stuff and then of course it's not quite that great. Well, I gotta tell you, on my trip, it met and probably exceeded all of my imaginations. I mean, I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. It was the most beautiful place I've ever been to. We looked at 12 different properties, and so there'll be quite a bit of video coming up for that. And I want to tell you about some of these properties. A lot of them were on the hillside, and most of them went right down to the water. So it was real pretty, and there were mountains all around. On some of these, most of these, the land had never been tilled. It was just under pasture. But some people had gardens there, and I looked at their gardens and I saw like pea plants as tall as I am. I saw potato plants that came up to my waist. One place had some garlic dug up, and the garlic were like as big as a good sized apple. I couldn't believe how big some of those were. So it was kind of crazy. And then most of these places, they had creeks flowing through them, and it'd be like a babbling brook with rocks on it. And the water was crystal clear. I mean, almost all the water I saw was just crystal clear. One river, I think it was probably 10 or 15 feet down, and you could make out every rock on the bottom of the river. And the other thing about this, you just drink out of the streams. If you got a water bottle, you just fill it at the next creek. And the water is good and clean and pure. And while I was there, in addition to looking at 12 properties, the first 3 days we looked at all the properties. And then the next day I went and met some friends I have down there that we met a little over 5 years ago. And it was really great to meet them again. They were very caring, very loving. It was good to see them and see how they've been doing, and they've been doing great, so it was really neat to see them. And then after that, I went and hiked in Cochimol Valley, which is a valley that's just gorgeous. They compare it to Yosemite Valley, but this one you can't drive into. You have to hike like 13 kilometers, which is maybe about 7 miles or so, to get back to it. And then you can climb the mountains and hike back there and see waterfalls and the rocky domes and huge trees. I saw one tree, it was probably 10 feet in diameter. It was a huge tree. I mean, there were a lot of them that were pretty big. But let me give you an idea of what this place looked like. Let's say if you took the landscape of Alaska and then you took some of the rolling hills from Vermont, threw in a little bit of New Hampshire, and then take some of the lakes from Minnesota, put them in, and then, oh yeah, you got to add in Yosemite Valley. And then you got it pretty close to what this looks like. Oh, did I mention about the coastline of California? You have to add that too, because it's got that really rocky and cool looking coastline. So that's about what you got. And like I said before, it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And instead of having cold like you do in Alaska, it's a very temperate climate. We asked one guy how often the ground freezes, and he said never. My realtor said probably maybe once in 20 years it might freeze, but the ground never freezes. But the summertime, it was the summertime when I was down there, the mornings are nice and cool, but you might wear a light jacket, and then by afternoon it gets a little bit warm, but not hot, compared to here. You might get up to 80 or something. Then by evening it gets really nice. And at night it's nice and cool so you can sleep well. So after this, we'll be starting to have video up. We'll have pictures. You've already seen a few pictures, but I will have to tell you, the videos and the pictures do not do it justice. It's just amazing when you're there. So we'll continue to have those. We'll probably have one up about every, maybe a couple every week, so you can start to see those and start to see each of the farms. And be sure you have your friends watch this, because I think they'll really enjoy these also. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and ask your friends to do that, and we'll be talking to you later.